Here he comes, Rafael to On Sunday, August 6th at 4 p.m., I was at the Tesla Service Center in 5, Washington State, attending an ATEDays.com presentation by Rafael to He's the guy who first went around the whole world in an electric car back in 2012.
Or an exotic trip around the world.
His ride was a Tesla Roadster, and he covered a whopping 17,574 miles in it. And guess what? He's planning to do it all over again in 2024 with the same Tesla Roadster. He's currently on a tour around the US to spread the word about this upcoming adventure, and China is next on his radar. The presentation event was put together by the Tesla Owners Club Washington and backed by the Tesla Service Center in 5, Washington State. Get this, his fascination with electric cars started when he was just 4 years old. The little guy who rode a bumper car at an amusement park ended up falling head over heels for electric vehicles. And 45 years later, he's traveling the world with his Tesla Roadster. Now, let's talk about his 2012 electric adventure. He kicked off from Barcelona, Spain on May 11, 2012. He made his way to the United States through Strasbourg. From there, it was China, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine, and a bunch of European countries before he landed back in Strasbourg on September 22, 2012. The grand total he covered, 17,573 miles, or 28,282 kilometers.
Such a journey.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing. To enter the US, he got stuck in Frankfurt for a few days due to a delay with his car insurance.
All sloths?
Nice to see you, too.
Officer Judy Hop, CPD, how are you?
I am doing
Fine?
well.
And 14-day layover in LA because of the tardy license from China. And while he was in China, he had to make a pit stop in Germany to attend his brother's wedding, which meant getting a new visa because the Chinese one was a one-entry deal. Meanwhile, his Kazakh visa had already expired, complicating matters further. But the biggest hurdle of all, a car crash in Germany on September 2nd, 2012. The repair shop suggested scrapping his car and continuing with a new one. But Rafael insisted on fixing it, saying there is no point in doing the journey start to finish without his trusty Roadster. Thanks to some engineering magic, Rafael made history on September 22nd, 2012, by becoming the first person to complete a round-the-world trip in an electric car.
Good job! Great job, people!
You might be wondering how he kept his car charged throughout this global adventure. Turns out, he found charging spots at restaurants, tire shops, hotels, and even outdoor power outlets. All he needed was a versatile adapter for each country.
But the rest of the world is three-phase world. So I just put one of the sockets here, put 3 wires on it, and with the color, you know, blue and orange and so on, blue and yellow.
He did it all over again in 2016 with his Tesla Roadster, making another round-the-world trip. For more details on this epic journey, check out his website, 80edays.com. And guess what else? On the same site, you can find info about his 2024 electric vehicle world tour called Electrifying. You can even sign up to be part of the adventure and learn how you can support his mission. Rafael says, this journey is all about joining forces to tackle air pollution. And he's got plans for some awesome projects for kids around the world. He's also an IT consultant. And get this, after the presentation event, he's got to work with clients in Germany from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Pacific time. The event also featured Adnan Kapezik, who explored Canada and the US in his Tesla Model 3 last year. He shared his travel tales with Rafael.
So anyways, my name is Adnan Kapezik. I'm from friendly Vancouver, British Columbia. So I've learned about his story on Friday. And then I contacted 80e.com and I said, you know, it's amazing because I did something in a smaller scope and I had no clue that someone did.
He's got a YouTube channel called Teslivery and is set to drop some cool US and Canada travel videos soon. Rafael's live tracker shows he's near SeaTac Airport and is bound for China after his Seattle stop. I salute his electric vehicle enthusiasm and his dedication to showcasing it through globetrotting. I wish him all the best for next year's electric vehicle world tour, and I'm excited to see him inspire more people. For more details and ways to support Rafael, head over to 80edays.com.
All right, well, wonderful. I thank you all for coming, and hopefully we'll see you at the next Tesla event. Perfect, awesome, thank you.